Okay, well, happy 427 and a little end of the day update here. So we got the wheel wells all taken care of here. So let's flip you around and kind of walk you through what I had to do. Okay, so from the factory, when they pop these out of the molds, it appears that they have to cut this radius a little bit. I'm not sure if there's a lot of excess just from the way it folds over or what, but so those aren't a perfect semicircle, right? And so as a part of that, one of the other things is the thickness here from the factory isn't even all the way. There's kind of some variances as it goes. So that actually gave me an opportunity to be able to thicken that up, and that was able to like lift out. So you can see like right here, you can see there's a little bit of filler here, but that actually is just increasing the thickness of this a little. And so by doing that in a couple of the spots, it allowed me to get a really nice radius. I did have to cut into the fiberglass a little bit in a couple spots to properly even that out. And so there's some pinholes here that once we prime it, I'll come back with, I've got USG icing. It's the same company that makes the Duraglass that I used for the filler. So I'll be able to come back and do that. So I had to do that on both sides, and they're not, because they are hand cut, they weren't perfectly symmetric. So I went back and forth and tried to get them feeling the same way all the way along, get a nice curve this way as well as the arch. And then the fronts was the same thing. In fact, the front was a little thinner, so it made this outer edge feel kind of sharp here. So what I did was I did fill in through a majority of this back here, about a ½ an inch up. And then that gave me an opportunity to really kind of curve it in here. And so that way I can get a nice soft edge here and it won't be so sharp. And so my hope would be by taking away that sharp edge is that I won't have just something that'll get chipped constantly as easy. So we'll see how that ends up. And then the other thing I did today was, so I've got the circular tail lights instead of the rectangular ones. The rectangular ones, this shape fits it really well. Now, because I have the circle ones, in fact, you can see the line from the gasket that was on the, the pencil. I wrote on this with pencil. This is where it fit. And so the bottom of that gasket actually sat below where it cut in. So what I did was I went ahead and grabbed some filler, and it looks really bad right now, but I'll get that all cleaned up. And so that way I can drop this down just a little bit. That gasket will sit a little better and look a little better. When it was on previously, it had a gap underneath it where it wasn't touching the body. So got that on both sides cleaned up. And then, so after we get that, we'll go ahead and finish off the hood, getting that all flattened out and getting that gap finished off. I'm almost done with that. But anyway, that's where we're at. And again, happy 427.